It's dawn in Venice and you are painting your face the color of the moon. Smooth, luminous, and utterly flawless. You dip 2 fingers into the pot, warm the paste against your throat, and smooth it upward in slow, even strokes. Chin, jaw, cheekbone, brow. The recipe is simple. White powder, a splash of vinegar, a little patience. Every woman at court swears by it. Nobody warns you what it does underneath. The glow on the surface hides a slow rot below. And by the time you notice, the mirror is already lying to you. But that white powder is lead. You are spreading a heavy metal across your skin, and it is already eating you alive. The same lead we later scrubbed out of paint, pipes, and gasoline, because even a trace can damage a child's brain. You are troweling on by the fingerful every single morning. 8 ancient beauty products that didn't just make you gorgeous. They slowly, patiently killed you. First, ceruse, white lead carbonate, whipped with vinegar into the most coveted cosmetic in Europe. The finest grade came from Venice, and great ladies paid a small fortune for it. It's 1560 in England, and a young countess is layering white lead over yesterday's white lead. She hasn't washed her face in weeks. You shave curls of white lead into a bowl, drown them in vinegar, and let the sour fumes sting your eyes until the metal softens into a smooth, deadly cream. You blend the lead into a thick paste and paint it on, forehead, cheeks, throat, until you glow like polished marble. Then you seal it with a glaze of egg white for that glassy sheen. It dries so stiff you can barely smile. So you learn to hold your face perfectly, elegantly still. Lead attacks the brain, the gut, the nerves. It blackens your teeth and pulls your hair out in clumps, so you paint over the ruin with more lead. In 1760, one of the most beautiful women in England, Maria Gunning, Countess of Coventry, died from her own makeup at just 27, poisoned by the paint she trusted. The famous mask of youth was a death mask, applied one glowing layer at a time, not vanity, not poison. Second, mercury rouge, cinnabar, mercury sulfide, the blazing ore that Roman miners clawed out of the earth in Spain. The mines were so lethal that mostly condemned convicts were sent down into them. It's 1st century Rome, and a woman rubs a brilliant red across her lips and cheeks. The color is dazzling. The color is cinnabar. You tap a pinch of the red powder into a shell, work in a dab of soft animal fat, and stir until it turns to a glossy paste the exact color of fresh blood. You grind the scarlet mineral to dust and mix it with fat. The brighter the red, the more mercury it hides. You press it onto your cheeks and lips and admire the glow. Never guessing that with every warm blush, invisible mercury vapor is lifting off your skin and into your lungs. Mercury poisons the nerves, trembling hands, loose teeth, drooling, wild mood swings. The Mad Hatter symptoms centuries early. The exact same metal turns up today in illegal skin whitening creams. Banned across the world, yet still seized off shelves, still promising a flawless face 2,000 years later. That glamorous red pout was pushing a heavy metal straight through the lips day after day. Not vanity, poison. Third, coal. Coal wasn't just makeup. It was worn by everyone, men, women, and even newborns, smudged around the eyes from the first days of life. In Egypt, almost no face went without it. It's Egypt under a white sun, and a priestess lines her eyes with thick black coal until they gleam like a cat's. You crush the gray ore on a stone pallet, spit into the powder to wet it, then twist a smooth reed through the paste and draw it slowly across each eyelid. You grind galena, lead sulfide, into a silky black dust, wet it, and draw it around each eye with a reed. The black line sharpens your gaze against the desert glare and keeps the flies off your lashes. It looks divine, and it soaks a little more lead into you with every sunrise. Lead, painted around your eyes every single day for your entire life. And yet, here's the strange twist. Modern chemists found those lead salts nudge the skin to fight off infection. Real protection against the eye diseases of the Nile marshes. But the eyes still paid. Scientists testing ancient Egyptian remains keep finding lead lodged deep in the bone. The beauty long gone, the metal never once leaving the body. Still lead, still building up in the body for a bolder gaze, a toxin that just happened to moonlight as medicine. Fourth, belladonna, deadly nightshade, one of the most poisonous plants in all of Europe. Just a few of its glossy black berries can stop a child's heart, and women reached for it on purpose. It's Renaissance Italy, and a woman tilts her head back and drips nightshade juice directly into her own eyes. You crush the berries, strain the dark juice into a tiny vial, and tilt a single drop onto each eye, blinking through the sting as the whole room goes soft and swimming and bright. The drops blow your pupils wide, black and glossy, the dreamy, doe-eyed look that named the plant itself. Belladonna, beautiful woman. Suitors call it bewitching. What they cannot see is that your eyes have quietly stopped focusing. Up close, every face melts into a warm, useless smear of candlelight. But belladonna paralyzes the eye. Wide pupils can't shrink from light, your vision blurs, and a stronger dose of the same plant is a classic murder poison. That same chemical, atropine, still sits in your eye doctor's cabinet today, dripped in to widen your pupils before an exam. One measured dose heals, the daily habit blinds. Gorgeous, dilated, and quietly going blind, dripping a killer into the most delicate organ you own. Not vanity, poison. Fifth, arsenic. Arsenic, the odorless, tasteless metal so beloved by murderers, it earned the nickname inheritance powder. And now, it was being sold as a beauty tonic, over the counter, by the box. It's the 1800s, and a woman swallows a little wafer promising skin clear as alabaster. The secret ingredient is arsenic. High in the mountains of Styria, whole villages ate arsenic for glowing skin and tireless lungs, building up to doses that would drop an ordinary stranger stone dead on the spot. You eat the poison on purpose. Arsenic destroys your red blood cells, and fewer red cells means paler, more translucent skin. You start with a crumb the size of a lentil and wash it down with water. The dose creeps up week by week because your body, horrifyingly, learns to expect it and demand more. Stop taking it and your skin flares up worse than before, so you keep eating arsenic and the dose only climbs. The very same arsenic still contaminates drinking wells around the world today, and we spend fortunes filtering it out, while Victorian women cheerfully swallowed it for a paler cheek, a flawless glow, powered by low-grade poisoning and refilled by the box every month. Not vanity, poison. Sixth, crocodile dung. Not every ancient poison was a metal. Some were simply filth, sold at the price of gold. Roman physicians ranked crocodile droppings among the most luxurious cosmetics money could buy. It's Rome, and a wealthy woman lowers herself into a warm bath thickened with crocodile droppings, sold to her as pure luxury. Attendants stir the greenish sludge into the steaming water and sweep it along your arms and shoulders, promising it will leave your skin soft, pale, and endlessly young. Physicians whip the dung into face masks and anti-aging pastes, swearing it smoothed wrinkles and brightened the skin. They blended it with mud, with honey, even with starling droppings for the face. And the richer the woman, the more exotic and expensive the filth she happily paid to wear. It didn't poison you with metal. It poisoned you with germs. Smearing warm animal waste on your face is a feast for infection. And before you laugh, luxury spas still sell bird-dropping facials today, nightingale waste smoothed across the face for a natural glow. 2,000 years on, we never fully quit. The one product here that stank exactly as bad as it treated you. Not beauty, biohazard. Seventh, urine. The Romans collected it by the barrel. Public urinals fed the trade, and demand ran so high the Emperor Vespasian taxed it. Pocketing coins that, he joked, did not smell at all. It's Rome, and a man swishes a mouthful of aged urine to whiten his teeth. The finest, priciest bottles were imported from Portugal. You uncork the bottle, brace yourself, and swish the sharp, aged liquid around your teeth. Eyes watering, jaw clenched, holding it there while it burns the yellow away. As urine ages, it turns to ammonia, a genuine bleaching agent. Swished around the mouth, it really did scrub teeth white. Roman laundries washed togas in giant vats of the stuff, treading the cloth clean in urine all day. The same ammonia that brightened the city's laundry was now foaming in your mouth. Here's the horror. It worked. Ammonia still cleans our floors today. Romans were gargling the ancestor of household bleach. Peroxide, ammonia, harsh whiteners. The drugstore whitening strip in your bathroom is just the polite, bottled descendant of a Roman gentleman rinsing his mouth with pee. A brighter smile, rinsed in ammonia and other people's mornings. Less poison, more peril. But you would never forget the taste. Eighth, black lead dye. Gray hair meant lost standing in the ancient world, so men turned to chemistry. This recipe is so old it appears in Greco-Roman texts, handed down for centuries as a guarded barber's secret. It's ancient Greece, and a man works a gray paste through his graying beard, chasing a deep, permanent black. You warm the gray paste, part the beard strand by strand, and comb it through from root to tip. Then sit in the sun for hours as the color deepens from muddy gray to glossy black. You mix lead oxide with slaked lime and water, comb it in, and wait. A slow chemical reaction dyes each strand from the inside out. The lime and lead react with the sulfur already inside your hair, and jet black crystals bloom along every strand. No surface dye at all, the color literally growing from within. Modern scientists were stunned. The recipe grows tiny lead sulfide crystals inside the hair. The exact nanotechnology we chase in labs today. Sit with that. 2,000 years before anyone wrote the word nanotechnology, a Greek barber was manufacturing it by accident in a stone bowl with lead and a comb. But it is still lead, soaking through the scalp with every application, for as long as you refuse to go gray. And this is no dusty relic. Lead-based hair dyes sat on American drugstore shelves until 2018, when regulators finally banned the very same idea, thousands of years after that Greek barber. Ancient chemists built a genuine marvel and a slow poison in the very same jar. Not vanity, poison. But don't feel too safe at your own mirror. The very same madness followed us out of Antiquity, and 3 of its ugliest tricks are shockingly, uncomfortably recent. Bonus 1. Corrosive sublimate. Renaissance women painted mercury chloride onto their faces to strip away freckles and blemishes, a chemical peel that literally dissolved living skin. It's Venice again, and you dab the clear liquid across your cheeks. It works. The top layer of skin dissolves and peels away, leaving raw, fresh, younger-looking flesh beneath. Do it often enough, and it strips your gums, loosens your teeth, and burns down toward the bone. Mercury does not politely stop peeling once the freckles are finally gone, and mercury is still smuggled into whitening creams today for the exact same reason. It really does lighten skin, right up until it quietly wrecks your kidneys. Not beauty, corrosion. Bonus 2. Radium. In the 1910s, science's shiniest new discovery went straight into face cream, powder, and toothpaste, sold as an energizing, youth-restoring miracle in a jar. It's Paris, and you smooth a radium cream into your skin every night, delighted by the advertisements promising it will make your tired face literally glow with fresh, radiant health. It did glow because it was radioactive. Radium settles into bone and marrow, and the women who painted it onto watch dials, the radium girls, watched their own jaws rot and crumble away. The glowing cosmetics vanished only when the bodies became impossible to ignore. Beauty that shines in the dark was never a gift. It was a slow, silent countdown. Not vanity, radiation. Bonus 3. Lash lure. In 1933, a new lash and brow dye promised radiant eyes with no daily mascara. Its active ingredient was a harsh coal tar chemical that attacks the eye itself. It's an American salon, and a woman leans back to have the dark dye brushed onto her lashes. A permanent, effortless frame around her eyes. No smudging, no fuss, no warning label at all. Within days, her eyes ulcerated and swelled shut. At least one woman was left permanently blind, and a death was linked to it. All from a dye a clerk had brushed onto her lashes. The outrage was so total that it helped force through the 1938 law that finally put a leash on cosmetics. It took blinded women to make the word beautiful finally start to mean safe. From a Venetian mirror to a Paris pharmacy to an American salon, the story never really changed. We will pour almost anything onto our faces to be looked at and wanted. White lead, red mercury, black coal, nightshade drops, arsenic wafers, dung baths, ammonia rinses, and lead hair dye. Beauty brewed from the periodic table's worst offenders. So tell me, of all of them, which one would kill you first?